So I go to bed. It's like a Thursday night. I wake up at 3, just like she said, and I'm like, I smell smoke. Like it was a strong scent, and I was just like, where is this coming from? Like, is this really the fires? Like, is it this close?
What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Meta.
So I go to bed. It's like a Thursday night. I wake up at 3, just like she said, and I'm like, I smell smoke. Like it was a strong scent or strong scent. And I was just like, where is this coming from? Like, is this really the fires? Like, is it this close? So then, like, maybe 2 minutes after I text her and I wake up, I get 2 Amber Alerts. And it's like kind of just saying, the fires are here, and
That's so scary.
it really is. And then it goes into like an evacuation order. And it's 3 a.m., so it's like, and I got back late because I was at a basketball game, so I probably didn't sleep until maybe close to 1, and it's 3. And it's like, okay, well, I've had 2 hours of sleep. Like, is it this serious, or should I let's go this back to sleep? Because I was planning on going back to sleep. So then I call Derek, my teammate, and they're at the center. And I call him. I'm like, are you guys up? Like, you see, like, a fire? Because they could see it from their window. Because they're a little bit closer to, like, the mountains where it started. So I call him, and they're like, all right, just come and get me, please. Like, I guess I'll just go with you. Because I don't know how serious this is. So I go over there, and I'm over there for about 2 hours. Like, I'm not really, like, in the area of the fire, but I'm just there because they're getting their stuff, and we're about to evacuate. Like, we're about to go somewhere else. So, and plus he has a car, and I don't have a car, so I'm just like, at least I'm with someone so we can go. And at this point, it's about 5 a.m., and when we're walking outside, there's ash falling. Everyone's, like, trying to get out the area. There's, like, police blocking off certain roads. And I'm just like, oh, this is kind of real. And this was the only moment in, like, the whole, like, situation where I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of worried. Like, what in the world is going on? So then I quickly come back and, like, pack a bag. I take the medals, all 7 of them. And what else? I got to bring, like, my iPad, passport. It was one backpack. It was like one bag of my main stuff. We get out, and then at first it's not like, we're hearing 2 different things. We're hearing it's not that bad, but then we're hearing it is pretty bad. So, I mean, did you know I went back? I came back here. I think you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then,
The first time you left and you went somewhere, where did you go?
to Derek's. Remember, to the center.
Yeah, I was confused why you went back to.
Because it wasn't that, like.
But it's closer to them than it is to us.
I didn't stay there. I was just there because they were packing their bags.
Oh, right.
So we were gonna go, but it was just like, we didn't exactly know where it was because we're hearing all these different things by different people. So we thought it would just be okay to just spend the night, me here and then them back in their place, just for tonight. But then when I woke up at like 8 from my coach. My coach called me, and everyone, they were like calling me, saying like,
in the morning?
Yeah, 8 in the morning. So it was like, you gotta get out and stuff like this. Like, just come to my coach's house. He was like, he called me. He was like, just come over to my house, and we're just gonna stay here. And I'm just like, is it that? Like, I'm asking. I'm like, is it that bad? Like, I'm like here, and there's still some cars here, like in our complex. Like, there's still people here, and I'm looking on the map, and I'm like, it's not anywhere near me per se, because there's a lake. And it would have had to, like, come around the whole lake for it to get here. So I'm just like, is it that bad? But then they're just like, yep, you gotta come. Like, you don't have a choice. So then I pack a bigger bag. It's like a duffel bag, because then have to stay in the hotel for the weekend. And I'm just like, no way. Like, how in the world? I never thought it would really come down to San Diego in terms of, like, from the LA stuff. I don't even think it really did come straight down.
No, it started going up in, like, the opposite direction of us, because, like he said, we're between, it's like us, a river, and then the fires. Yeah. So it went, like, the opposite way up the mountains. So it was kind of going away from us, which was really nice. But when I was checking the app, like, I could see the coverage of, like, the fires, and what was scaring me was, like, it was like 5,000 acres, 0% contained. Yeah. So there was, like, no containment for a really long time. And then finally, I think like honestly, like Saturday, which was like last week, it was like at 10%. I think the last day I was in Australia, it was at like 10% containment, 6,000 acres.
Yeah, it was like 7 actually. I think the highest, I mean, the biggest it got was like 7,000 acres, which is insane.
Well, it just wasn't getting contained. And then it finally rained a little bit on Saturday and then Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday it rained too.
So then I was like, oh, okay, so this is good. So now it's still, I'm sure everything's like on fire up there, like burnt down.
Yeah, I think it's burnt down. But like, I don't even like that Monday and Tuesday, like when the day you flew in, it seemed like everything just kind of like stopped.
Yeah.
Like,
there was like no signs of anything. Like, to me, like, because he said he had ash in the air and smelled smoke. Like, I didn't smell a single thing. I didn't see anything flying in. So
even that Sunday, it was still at 10% though.
Yeah, I know.
But then Monday when you come in, it's like you would have never known, which is weird. But yeah, so that was literally like my first experience, like having to actually evacuate for any type of like weather related anything, like tornadoes, storms, like. This fire evacuation was the first time I've ever had to evacuate, and the fact that it was like I'm the only one in this house was kind of like, well, dang, like I guess I gotta go. Like, who do I even like talk to and tell about this? But yeah, I mean, packing a bag is kind of crazy because you always kind of think about like if you had to pack a bag and leave certain things, what would you really take? And I'm just walking around the house like, well, I gotta leave this, I'll take this. So it was kind of crazy. So it was. At least it was a few days, and it wasn't longer than that. But it was a surreal experience. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. But
yeah, I mean, it's so scary.
Because for weeks we're watching coverage and just different things about like the stuff in Los Angeles, and we saw how bad that got. And then to think it could have gotten that bad here was definitely kind of terrifying. Because we just moved in this place like 5 months ago or something, and it's like there's no way we'll have to like, God forbid, start all over or something like that. Because that, I mean, it wasn't unlikely because it was close. It wasn't like super close, but it was, if there's ever evacuation order, like there's chances aren't zero. So, I mean, we're definitely like thankful that nothing like came from it in terms of like it didn't burn any buildings down or anything like that. But yeah, the fact that we had to evacuate was pretty crazy. Like, what were you thinking about though when you were just in Australia? You had a game the next day, and then you getting like texts and stuff like that saying like
it was scary. Like I couldn't sleep at night. Like that one night I couldn't really sleep, and I think I had a game the next morning. It was either a game or a practice.
It was a game.
Yeah, I think it was a game, but I did not sleep. Still played well, but it was very scary. Like just the thought of all these tragedies that keep happening, and then like the plane crash on top of that.
We'll talk about that now. Really.
Yeah.
I mean the plane crash. So I'm trying to think where I first heard about it because it might have been TikTok. I feel like that's always my news outlet. But I heard about it, and like whenever I'm hearing about like a story that's like breaking news, it's so interesting to see like the layers of information, how it keeps coming out. Because at first it was like, oh, there might have been a plane crash or like an aircraft crash somewhere in DC, and I'm just like, oh, it might have been like one of the smaller type of like. One of those smaller jets, and then it's like it's an American airline thing. It's like, oh my gosh, like what in the world? And then it's like an in-air collision. It's like what in the world? And then by a helicopter, a military helicopter. I'm like, this is just unreal. So it was.
It's very scary.
It's so sad. It was scary.
Yeah, like the story basically a helicopter. I read that there was like a trainee on flying the helicopter, and they ran into like an American Airlines flight, which had all the people that they kept saying like the U.S. skating team had some like I think there were Russian contestants at the U.S. competition.
Yeah, it was like a Russian couple who from what I was reading, it was like a Russian couple who they used to skate. I think they're retired now, but they were Russian and they were like world champions or something like that. But then the U.S. skating team, they were like young. It was like a camp. It was like a development
lot of kids and
parents, yeah, everybody. And it was like, I just don't know. It's so confusing how a military helicopter like does that. There's cars that cost like $30,000 that can let you know if there's something around you or if like it'll beep if like something's close. But then a $20 million aircraft, as in the helicopter. Like, you just
Yeah.
It's I don't know. But then again, I don't want to sound ignorant because who knows what really was going on. But it just sounds crazy how like you just don't see a plane like that.
I also think it was odd. Like in the video, it was like the helicopter was like dark. The airplane had its like lights flashing.
It seemed like the helicopter didn't have
its
its lights on. Yeah.
Yeah, the helicopter was like dark. Like how? I don't know. It's just scary. It's like how.
There's a lot of questions with it.
There is, and we don't have enough information as regular people about what really was happening and who these people are. So that's why we become like skeptical as a society, period, because we don't know what really happened. Like, I don't know. The media in general is just like, you can't, I just feel like I can't always trust it. We can't always trust the information that we're getting all of the information and all of the story because who knows? Like, it could be protection for us, or it could just be someone hiding something, or it could just be that that's what happened. Like, we really never know because we weren't there and we can only read like what's in the media. So
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, every time something like that happens, I do feel like there will be that group of people who are gonna like take the conspiracy theory route.
Yeah.
But I mean, because what have you been seeing? Because I've been seeing stuff like somebody who knew something was on that. Like that's always a go-to.
It is. It's always like it always goes back to the government.
Oh,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
The government did this on purpose and blah blah blah. I don't know. We don't know. Unless you work in the government and CIA intelligence or something and you have access to this information, like we really don't know, which sucks.
Yeah.
So it's like all we can do is assume as people, which is what happens and what travels throughout social media and the media. Everyone has their viewpoints and access to different information, which is just out there on social media, all this types of different information and people trying to put together pieces to make a story. And we're just kind of doing the best we can to get answers. So
it was unreal. It was just so crazy because like plane crashes don't happen in America. Like this was the deadliest plane crash in America since 2009. Like that's a long time. And this was the first in-air collision plane crash since 2001. So it's like the fact that this is the first crash like that in over 20 plus years, you know, and like technology's gotten so much better since then. So it's like, how would this just randomly happen? It's just kind of crazy, but
and the other one in Philly too.
Oh yeah. There was one. Yeah, like 2 days later, it was one in Philly where like 7 people, I think.
Yeah, it was smaller.
It was definitely smaller, but it was like it was a medical jet taking somebody from Philly to Mexico, and then it crashed in like, now this one I don't know as much information, but I think it crashed in like literally a residential area.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. So I don't know how like all this stuff happening in the span of like just a short span of time is crazy. Because into the next morning, where after the DC accident, like we had to get on a plane back here, so it's kind of like an eerie feeling, just like
being on a plane.
At all really. Like 12 hours after this happened, it was a bit crazy. But I mean, it's hard to, you just can't think about it when you're actually in the air. But it's hard not to. It really is hard not to.
I was definitely scared, like ready for the plane to land. But when I went to sleep immediately though, so I must have not been thinking about it that much.
I know, I did too. I started thinking about it like a little bit like near the end, like when we're about to land, because that's when that's what happened to them. Like they were 8 minutes or something from landing, and then it happened. So it's just like it could happen anytime in a flight. It's just, I don't know. It just seems really unlucky, I guess. Yeah. Because it just doesn't happen. But yeah, that's just interesting. But yeah, so we were talking about we were catching a flight back here. So we're going to talk about that. We were actually in Portland, Oregon, and we visited the Nike headquarters. So that was my first time. I think it was your first time too, right?
Yeah, it was my first time at the Nike headquarters. Mm-hmm. Not Portland though, but.
Yeah, I've been to Portland before, but no, the headquarters. So basically, I went out there to basically give some input on just different ways Nike can be more accessible in terms of like the disability market, in terms of physical features and like all that stuff on their apparel and stuff like that. So it was a cool opportunity for that. Me and a couple athletes went out there for a few days and did some meetings, like some Q&As. Really just gave some insight from a disabled athlete myself. So I think that was pretty cool for them. It was cool for me for sure. So it was fun. But in terms of like the actual like campus, I didn't even see it all. But like the things I did see it was incredible. It's so massive. Like that campus is crazy.
I also only saw a portion of it. I was so excited to be a part of it all. Like when Noah went a night before me, so he was there like maybe like a couple 12 hours before me, and then I flew in and like there was a Nike gift bag waiting for me, and I was like, this is so cute. Like they'll do this for me, and I'm just like his girlfriend.
Right.
So and they had like some Nike gifts in there. So then like the next day we finally linked up. We got to go to the company store. That's where
that was really
we both
cool.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the experience. Like we got to go into the company store. They gave us compensation. Like Noah got $1,000 comp. I got $500 comp, and I was like, oh my god, I was not expecting that.
It was basically just like a shopping spree and just like I don't even know how to. It was crazy. And the thing about the company store is like you can't just go there. You basically have to either be invited by a Nike employee or somebody who works with Nike in some sort of way, or you just have to. Really, that's it. Really, like it's not open to the public. You just have to know somebody who works at Nike to get invited, and not everybody also gets like the compensation, like the, I guess, money to shop. So that was also like a bonus too, because when Ari got hers, that was a surprise to me. So that was like icing on the cake. That was a bonus, really. And then the whole store is 40% off. So that's also like a cool, like, I guess, feature for this specific store. It's the only store. Well, there's one in Memphis and there's also one in Portland. But those two stores are the only two that actually do like the 40% off the whole store and everything like that. So it was a pretty cool experience. I mean, we were there for like an hour?
An hour.
And that's what made it cool though, because we had to, spend $1,500 in like an hour, and we were just.
It was fun. I did not think we were going to be able to spend it.
I
his
didn't
$1,000.
I didn't either.
But it added up so quickly. Like I wasn't even able to like get everything I wanted.
Yeah, neither was I.
Because Nike is like so expensive, so it was kind of wild actually. But yeah, I felt like we were like rushing around trying to spend as much money as we could. But we did end up spending it all, obviously. Got some cargos, sneakers, slides,
workout stuff.
Yeah, lots of workout clothes for him. And
yeah,
I only ended up getting like 6 things.
I only got like.
That's kind of a lot actually, but for 500.
For 500. Okay. Well, no, you got more than 6.
No, I got cargos, socks, slides, sneakers, 2 crop tops. And that's it.
Oh dang, yeah. I don't know why I thought you got more than that. Well, then for $1,000 for me, it's like I got 1 pair of shoes. Surprised I didn't get more shoes. 1 pair of shoes and like actually this, maybe like 2 sweatsuits,
some
shorts,
tights,
and I think even that like that's
a Nike Tech. You got a lot of stuff.
Well, no, a Nike Tech and then that black.
Yeah, the black sweats.
Yeah, so those 2. I mean, yeah, that's what $1,000 will get in some socks too. So, and then like it's pretty cool too because they'll let you like ship some stuff back in the store, so you don't have to like travel with like boxes of shoes or whatever. So it was always a cool experience to do that. So
yeah, it was nice to like cool. Finally meet his agent and like some of the important people that work there, and just to see like how cool they are and what they do on the day to day. Talk to them about.
We learned a lot. I think we learned a lot in terms of like. Just not just like the people we actually met, but just how Nike as a company, I guess, views athletes, and it's a good thing. But like how they view athletes, how they work with athletes, and just like the business side of things. Because like a lot of people will just see Nike as like, oh, well, their apparel like make clothes and stuff like that. But it's like even with me when I'm sitting in all these meetings, it's like there's such a big business component to everything. It's like a lot of people don't even see that. So it was interesting to see. All that and also too the second day we worked out in their gym.
Oh yeah. And
their facility, like their gym on the campus on the headquarters site, it's pretty incredible. I think.
Like any athlete, that would be your dream place to
Seriously.
work. There's a gym, a soccer field, Normatex, Hyperice. You got a hot tub, sauna.
Yeah, basketball courts.
You have like
steam
room.
There's a yoga studio.
I'm like, like, this is insane. Like, I would love to work here as an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a college campus, but for the workers.
Yeah, for the workers. And it's like, it was one of 3 gyms, too. And this gym was like 4 stories. Like, it's, I mean.
We were in the Bo Jackson gym.
Bo Jackson gym. So that was a cool experience, too, because, like, she wasn't going to work out, but they had a lot of recovery stuff. Mm-hmm. And, like, at first, I mean, that was new to me because I'd never been there. So at first I was like, well, what are you going to do if you're not working out? But then it's just like, well, they have a bunch of recovery stuff. So it's like.
Yep, I was in the hot tub. I was in the sauna. Took a shower after. Then, like, after that, I, like, after I showered, I went to go get lunch. Like, in there, they had this other area where, like, all the workers, like, got their food. It was like a dining hall. They had all different options of food. So I sat down and I did my work. And
what did you get?
I got some Chinese food.
Chinese food?
Yeah, just like orange chicken and rice or something.
Okay.
And they had this giant TV in there, of course, with sports. Like, they have soccer on. I was like, this is so fun. Yeah. Like, I would love to work there. But living in Portland would not be, like, my ideal place to live.
It was super cold.
It was freezing.
Yeah. Like, we think it's cold here when it gets to, like, 50 or 60. And that's the worst it gets here in San Diego. But, like, in Portland, it was 20. Like, it was 20 degrees.
I can't take those winters.
And they thought that was a good day. Like, they thought that was a nice day. Because, like, normally it's cloudy, rainy, or snowy. But, like, 20 and sunny, like, they'll take that. And I'm just like,
yeah,
that's too much.
I'd like to learn about what other headquarters are like. Because I'm sure a lot of big companies, big firms have, like, gyms and, like, nice amenities, I hope. Because
I think so. Well,
when I work,
maybe.
when I leave here, I want to work somewhere, like, that offers that type of thing where they value health, wellness, and mental health and just fitness, period. Like, yeah.
I mean, you gotta think too, like, they're the biggest sporting brand in the world. So, like, of course they're gonna put an emphasis on, like, gyms.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, if you work, well, then, yeah, it depends what type of workplace you want to go in. Because if you're working with, I don't think all headquarters have gyms. I don't think so.
Meta probably does, and, like, Google probably does.
They probably do, yeah.
I know, like, corporate America, did JP Morgan have? I don't think JP Morgan had a gym. I can't remember. Yeah, no, at their New York location. No, they didn't have a gym. I had to go get an extra membership outside of that.
Really?
Every corporation should have a gym.
They should, yeah. Everyone should.
That's insane to not.
Yeah. So that was a really cool experience to, like, go up to Portland, Beaverton more specifically, and, like, do the things we did because it was. Yeah. I mean, hey, credit to her too because she.
Oh my God, y'all!
She got off a flight to Australia the night before
and
flew up to Portland, so that was cool. But I'm really glad she came though. I'm glad you came.
It was totally worth it. But I did get off a flight the day before from Australia, so I was exhausted. So I got in here at 8:00 on a Wednesday, and I had to catch a flight at 5 a.m. on a Thursday the next morning. Yeah. So I was exhausted. Got on the plane and I slept, like, pretty much the first half of the day once I got to Portland because I had something too. What was I supposed to do?
It was like the tour.
I couldn't even do it, y'all.
Yeah.
I was just like, let's
slept right through and came straight to the store, then dinner.
The store, yeah. So I got up to go to the store.
Yeah, I had to go to that.
Yeah, and then went to dinner, but, like, exhausted. Let's talk about Australia because that was a really fun time.
Yeah, give us a recap.
So we came in 6th overall, unfortunately. But I don't know, like, where do I even start?
Let's just start game by game. Or no, let's start before the games, really. Like, how do you like Australia? How do you like Perth?
Beautiful. Looks like San Diego, but, like, with Australian accents. Like, I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. Like, it was a beautiful place. Like, highly recommend visiting Perth, Australia. It's just like a beachy town. It just was so similar to the U.S. too. They had this big, like, beach party on a Thursday. It was like their farmer's market.
I think I saw that on your
Yeah, it was like their farmer's market.
story.
But you know how, like, those crazy, like, beach movies that you see are, like, it was like that. I was like, whoa. They had, like, food trucks and music, and everybody was dancing on the beach. They had those, like, giant letters that they put on the beach. Like, it was so cool. Wow. I was like, whoa, like, this is insane. I felt like I was in a movie. So that was cool. Took some cool pictures. But yeah, it was just pretty. I love being by the beach always. It made me realize how much I actually love the beach so much. Yeah.
And let's go into, like, your games too.
Games. So we started with Fiji. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, they gave us a run for our money, y'all. It was so close.
21-19.
Woo, my God.
1 by 2.
I'm tired just thinking about it. But Fiji definitely had a comeback. I don't know what they did. They must have been having. I heard they had some like tournaments, but they played pretty well, like way better than their last tournaments. But they didn't beat us, but we made it through. So we won that game. And then we had.
I think you had Great Britain.
Ran it down on them.
Yeah.
What happened? I scored 3 times.
And I was the one who scored 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just fun. Like just speed around the edge. Like that's what did it for us with Great Britain. Like we moved the ball. We knew the plan. We moved the ball to the edge, and then one of my teammates did a kick. I chased it down, kicked it again, scored that one.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. You didn't watch?
I was at the game.
Oh, yeah, right. That's the GB one he missed because he went to the Lakers game. Which
actually, I'm glad you said that. We'll talk about that after this.
Yes,
we'll talk about this.
I totally forgot about that.
Me too.
But yeah, so.
Great Britain. You definitely got. Yeah, you got 3.
Yep, 3 tries.
You had 5 total in the first 2 games. I'm like, she's gonna pace the score 10 in this tournament.
It was lit.
Because you got Canada next.
Canada, yes.
That one was.
I didn't score once in that game. I was tired. Yo, I was so tired. We had 1 try. Did you see the trickster's try from TT? I'm gonna post that if I can get it. Kayla Connect.
Why you call her TT?
Because it's a rugby thing. I can't tell you. But well, I can't tell you on here. But
sure, I'm not gonna ask.
Anyway.
So this was the game too. The morning of. We talked about earlier how she had a long night because the fires were going on back here.
Yeah.
You played Canada that next morning too.
And I won't take that as an excuse.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to give her no.
It might have been a reason.
I'm not giving her no way out, but I'm just saying that was. Maybe, and the power went out in your hotel too.
Oh my
God! You guys had a long night.
The same night that he was evacuated, the power went out in our hotel. I don't know what was going on. I felt like the world was ending.
That night was
attacked.
insane.
I'm like, my home is on fire. I have a game in the morning and the power's out. I couldn't charge my phone.
I don't know.
It was a lot going on. But yeah, anyways, we only scored 1 try in the Canada game. It was a trickster's try from Kayla Connect. It was insane. She dummied them right up the middle. She ran because they were too worried about me. They thought I was going to run the switch like we always do. She surprised me too because I didn't know she was going to do that, obviously.
That was towards the end, wasn't it though? Because it was 0-0 the first half. And then it was like 0-0 throughout most of the game.
Yeah.
And then like the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was towards the end. We needed to score.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys need to score.
She dummied it, yeet, and then boom, she went right up the middle, and they couldn't catch it.
You were hype, huh?
I was so hype. I was like, wow, she tricked me, and I'm on her team. So that was cool. But that game, I was just exhausted, tired. I was very close to scoring a try, but I gave the offload. They didn't catch it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I should have never gave it, though. I should have just tried to score it myself. But I heard the voice, and I'm like, if you're in a better position to score it, take it. But they weren't. So it is what it is. We did not win against Canada, but we got y'all next time. I'm standing on business, not folding.
I'm trying to think who I played next.
And then after Canada was...
Was it France?
Yes,
yeah, it was
France. So basically, we still made it to the quarterfinal because we won 2 games.
Yeah.
And then we played France. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know why France.
Every time we play France, we've talked about this.
I
can't even tell you why. I can't even tell you why. Their pressure, because usually I'm like, oh, it's their level of pressure and defense. They weren't even bringing that much heat this time.
Well, what was it then?
I don't know. It wasn't. They didn't win how they usually win though this time. Like they didn't dominate us completely. This game was more like, okay, we could have had this. Usually I feel like we're getting hammered by France, but this time I was like, all right. But I did score 1 try on this one. This I remember specifically, one of their best players.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
You scored in France?
Yes.
How many goals did you have? Goals. How many tries did you have total?
I don't know. I can't keep track.
I thought you had 7 total.
I had 3 in Great Britain.
Yeah.
Who was the first game we played?
Fiji.
Did I score in Fiji?
I did.
I did?
You did, yeah. You scored 1.
Okay, 1 in Fiji, so that's 4. Then
5,
1 in France.
And then 2 in Japan. Okay, yeah.
6, 7. Yeah.
Okay, 2 in Japan. Okay, yeah. So then what France... Oh, by the way, where's that one girl?
Who? Okemba?
Yeah. See, look, she knew who I was talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Where is she?
I don't know. I gotta ask, but...
You know.
I think she's on a break or something. I don't know.
Until when?
I don't know, but
She's fun to watch.
Listen, I'll take it.
All right, just wait.
But you know the tall one. You're right. It's like, I'll just wait.
Just wait.
Dang, he's not even on my team.
No. You guys got it. You guys beat them once.
You
guys beat them in Paris.
You're not even American.
Well, you guys beat them in somewhere. I don't know. But okay, yes.
Anyways, I'm trying to tell you about this tribe.
Back to sorry.
Yes,
back to you.
Okay, you know what? I don't even want to say it.
Nah, come on, we're here.
Killed it.
The world's watching.
What's her name? Siafani. She is a tall French girl, so she must have thought a call was happening, and like she was like, "Rev." As soon as she did that, I ran right past her.
Oh, that was the one where you
I was like,
you hooked that the
yes.
What's it called? I know it's called in football.
Oh, the goalpost.
It's still called okay.
Yes.
But you like was running and you just like
I just tapped in to make sure I was it.
I remember that. I was like near the end of the game.
Yeah, but it was because she was like calling for the ref. She's like, "Ref," like whatever, and I saw it and I just took it, ran it right past her.
You ran fast on that one. Like normally, like
it was like 10 meters.
Well, I know, but still, you got in there quick. I'm just like, dang.
They didn't even know what was happening.
Those legs running.
But yeah, so that was fun. And then France we had, and then we lost to France. So then we were playing for 5th and 6th place, played against Japan. Y'all, I thought we were going to win this one, okay? Off the first 2 tries, it was easy, like
40 seconds. She scored twice in 40 seconds.
Literally.
It was 40 seconds.
And I was like, yeah, we got this.
Same way, too.
Yes, the exact same play.
The same exact area on the field. Same person play, passing to me. Same person, everything. I'm just like,
let's run it again.
I thought, honestly, my iPad jumped back. So then, like, when I watched the second try, I, like, kept skipping forward. But then I'm looking back at the time, and I'm like, oh, she just scored twice. Yeah, it was crazy. It was identical. So, yeah, I'm like, it's almost... I don't think you guys made both of the kicks, though. So it was like 12-0 in like the first minute, and I'm just like, I can turn this off, honestly.
You thought until after that. First of all, I just realized we kicked the other way. So I don't know why we did that. Why we kicked the other way if the way we were kicking was perfectly fine. But then I got out after that. My coach took me off. I'm like, she's like, I'm trying to save your hamstrings. Girl, I just played 5 games, full, 14 minutes, and now
that's why she's saving
the time. No, and then we lost. But it's like...
Yeah, that was on purpose, though. You guys could have won that.
Not on purpose.
It was.
She
took all of it.
She did put all of the bench people in.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it was...
But I don't... On purpose is crazy. She wouldn't do that on purpose.
I didn't say lose on purpose. I'm saying she took you guys out to, like, give other people, like, experience to...
No, that's valid. That's what I think. Oh, okay, yes. Totally agree with that.
So, like, that was on purpose. Losing, like, obviously, like, nobody's trying to lose. But, like, it was a good experience. That was the best time to give other people experience, I think. Like,
I totally agree.
And that's what it was. But Japan was...
They were
honestly, though, like, it was still a last-second try.
It was.
By them.
It was. Japan is very, like, quick. They were just too quick for us. We weren't adjusting quick enough. Like, around the ruck. I don't know if people know rugby talk, but... They were quick, and I don't think we just weren't getting quick enough, and that's fine. Like, I'm not mad about the 6th place. It is what it is. I had fun, scored some tries, and now we're going to Vancouver in 8 days. 8
days?
Yeah, okay, not 8 days. 2 weeks.
She's trying to be so bad.
We have 8 training days left, so that's like how I think about it. So 2 weeks, 14 days until we actually leave. So there's another one coming up. At least it's not a different time zone, so I'm excited for that. And then, Noah, so tell me, how was the Lakers game?
Yeah, so this was another surreal thing. This was the night of that fire experience, too. But how did this come about? Right, so my Nike sports marketing, I guess, agent, Sarah, she randomly, like, called. It wasn't even a random. It was like a text. It was like, are you free on Thursday? Are you free? She texted like 3 times, like, urgent. And I'm at practice, so I don't get back to my phone until after. And I'm just like, oh, dang, did I miss something? And she's calling and stuff. And I'm just like, yes, I'm free. And I was like, if I'm too late, I'm too late. But we'll see what happens. So then later in the day, she calls me. And she's like, all right, well, if you're still free tomorrow, then we're going to... We got you courtside tickets to the Lakers-Celtics game, and we want you to, like... So Nike came out with this new clothing line, like, campaign. It's called 24/7. It's basically like comfortable materials, but with like business casual vibes. And it's like blue, black, kind of like earth tones and stuff like that. So the first time they were going to like, I guess, preview it was at this game. And so that was kind of the main gist behind it. So then I'm just like, yeah, of course, like that's crazy because like my favorite person is like, well, my favorite player. Oh my gosh, jeez, I'm probably gonna get more smoke for that. But my favorite player is LeBron, and I haven't seen him when he was on the Lakers. I saw him when he was on the Heat, like maybe 10 years ago. So I'm just like, of course, like this is sick. So it was a whole experience. Like I have a reel on my Instagram, but it's a whole experience. Like we had a car. Take me from San Diego all the way up to LA, and we go to like this hotel to get like fitted in our like clothes I was talking about, and like it was just a vibe. Then we go from there to the actual stadium, get to our seats, we're right there, and it was.
He has actual videos of LeBron.
It was great. LeBron was like, we got there during warm-ups, kind of near the end of warm-ups, and he's like shooting around like 6 inches from me, and I'm just like, what in the world? But even then, like it also goes to show how like focused he was, because he didn't have any earbuds in. But I'm standing there like, Bron.
Why are you distracting him?
He's fine, and he didn't even look. Like he didn't even think about looking. I'm just like, I'm screaming. And I probably could touch him. I probably could. That's how close he was.
Oh my god.
And I'm screaming, and he's not even looking. I'm just like, all right, like hey, he's locked in. So then, like, the whole game went well. It was a big game, too. Like, Celtics and Lakers that's a huge game. So we were sitting there. The game went by quicker than, like, I expected. We were probably done, like, an hour and a half, or 2 hours, maybe. So it was crazy. Got some crazy videos. Met some cool people. And then the car took us right back to San Diego that same night.
You didn't get to get any photos with him or, like, at the end? Because...
Oh, you talking about like after the game?
Yeah.
So after the game, I'm trying to think. I don't know where he went, but he was gone. Like he was. I don't know if he does this every game, but he was gone. So
Were the other players still there?
Yeah, but LeBron, LeBron was the last to come, last to come on the court for warm-ups and like the first like to leave. LeBron's interesting because he also the whole team. Every single Lakers player wore the one specific like warm up. They had like purple pants and like a yellow top. LeBron's wearing black and all these other stuff.
Whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. Like I'll have to show you. But like he had a black long sleeve and like some different pants, and everyone else is like. Imagine like you guys on the rugby team. Yeah. You have to wear that stuff you guys wear. Yeah. And then like one player is like wearing just whatever. That's what it looked like. So it was interesting to see him up close like that. But then, yeah, so I had my medals too. And I was ready. I was going to I was going to ask for like a picture or something like after the game, even before. That's why I was yelling his name. I'm like, Bron, with the medals. I'm like, Bron, like you got one of these. He knows what these is. So then after the game, they won by so here's why. They won by 20. And the Lakers bench, let's say I'm sitting here on this side of the court. The Lakers bench on the other side of the court, right, like in front of me. And he's already on the bench because they're winning by so much, and he's already sitting down. So right when the buzzer goes off and the game's over, he just goes straight to the tunnel. So I have no chance. So it is what it is. But he wasn't really acknowledging anybody. It's not like I guess he just his son played though. I saw Bronny play, which was. Oh, wow, which was cool, but yeah, that was.
Yo, I saw him in the airport.
I'll come back from
Where's that coming?
Paris. It had to be Paris to LA.
I think it was. Why was I going to LA though?
The movie premiere.
Yes, the movie premiere. Yeah. That's so random, but yeah.
Yeah, no. So it was. I honestly don't think I'll ever have a basketball experience to top that. There's no way I'll ever beat so cool. Courtside seeing my favorite players. So I mean, at this point. It's my last basketball game. I'll check out.
Shout out to Nike. That's insane.
Exactly. Yeah. No, Nike was coming through for sure. So it was cool.
What other perks, or what are the overall perks of being a Nike athlete?
Yeah. See, for me, it's not even about the money. A lot of people will say a lot of people's motivation is monetary value, but it's not for me. With Nike, it's there's so many other opportunities that will come when it comes to marketing or. like just opportunities like this too, because Nike, like, they will rule the whole sporting. They're not a monopoly. Like, they don't have like control over everything, but it's like the Olympics, NBA, NFL, like our like track uniforms, like everything. Like, Nike has their logo on it. Like, they are in charge of all that stuff. So it's like, you know, if I'm an NBA fan or if I'm running track in LA 2028, it's like they're the ones who will make different opportunities come about because they're the ones who, I don't know, have the rights to certain things. So for me, I think a cool perk would just be, I mean, because too, I'm a fan too in terms of like shoes, like different like track spikes and stuff, and I think they make the best, well, everything, like shoes and stuff like that, like all the Dunks, Jordans, like all that's under Nike, and it's like, what other shoe would I want to be wearing? And like in terms of opportunities with like marketing and stuff, you remember that what was it? It was like a billboard kind of thing that I showed you like before Paris, like stuff like that too. It's just like opportunities just come too, and they're putting a more emphasis on Paralympic athletes as well, especially going into LA. It's like, I just think I'm with the best brand to be promoted and just also get opportunities in terms of like having my voice heard in terms of the like Paralympic world, because like not many brands will really give the time of day to just different Paralympic athletes. So I think that's pretty cool too. So yeah, I mean, shoot, and just to be able to like rep my favorite brand, like it's just authentic to me. It's really true to me. I've been wearing Nike since, I mean, as long as I can remember, and the fact that I'm sponsored by them now, going to their headquarters. And now, like, when I bring Aries, it's like, shoot, you're getting some of the love, too.
I'm working hard. I'm about to send them. Their rugby is still not big enough.
Yeah, that's the goal. That got to be the goal before LA.
Yeah, I'm trying. Listen, I will work on it. I'm telling my agents. But the way you said it, it
really?
seems like... No, I'm going to. I just thought about that because you said that. But I'm thinking, like, Nike is like the ultimate sports agent for you. They are. Exactly. They're plugged into the sports world like no Everywhere. Other agency could be.
Exactly. So and that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's huge.
And like even when it comes to like LA 2028, like the Olympics here, they have
oh my god, that's gonna be.
They have so much like influence on a home games like that, because Nike obviously is an American-based company, and so like back when the Olympics were here in '96 and '84. Nike was prominent in those games, so now when we're here in 2028, Nike's bigger than ever. It's like, I don't know, there's just going to be so many opportunities when it comes to coming up with different, like, it can be as small as coming up with different, like, apparel things or, like, styles for the games, or we live in San Diego, so it's pretty easy just to make a trip up to LA, so who knows, well, even with you guys, when it comes to just, like, USOPC bringing, like, you guys out for any type of media thing for LA, we're definitely going to be, that's a benefit for us.
Yeah, it is for sure. I think they do target like specific people though, because I remember for Paris, like they just had Lowe come out and do like pretty much represent rugby for the women.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like,
I do remember that.
It's interesting for team sports. So it's like,
that's true. Yeah.
Again, having my own agent should hopefully be helpful. And making sure that they're plugged in. And just, using Noah as a resource and his Nike team. Because I'm sure he'll have, like, opportunities all the time. Not saying that it will trick it over to me, but, like, just knowing what's going on is, like, important.
Even just bringing you along, I just feel like helps. Like, just...
helps who? Helps me.
It helps you.
Yeah, that's nice.
She doesn't think so.
No, I do. I think it's obviously a great opportunity for me, but...
Who really knows what could happen when it comes to rugby and like...
Yeah, I mean, I wish people had more eyes on it. Like, we made history, so it's like...
There was a big jump right after Paris, though. Or during Paris, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's just like LA, it's like the pressure is on. We have to at least medal again.
Yo,
like...
That's the thing about rugby. You never know. But I know you guys have... Exactly. You guys are really talented, though. So it's like... Even this team now, it's probably going to be different 4 years from now.
For sure.
Or 3 years from now.
No, it definitely is. It's like we have this team now. It's probably, but I mean, I think it's going to be for the better too. Like we're good now, but we're going to be great because we're going to have new people coming in. We're going to have older people coming in who are already in before. Still, like just a few.
Unpredictable though.
Yeah, it is. It's like you really don't know.
You really don't know
because it depends on the pool.
Yeah.
It depends on the players who are available at the time. Like you can't predict it. So.
It is crazy too, because like even Paris was so on. Who would have thought Canada would have beat Australia to get their silver medal, and like you guys beat Australia, and then like all that stuff. So it's like and then France. I don't know who beat France, but it's just unpredictable. Like it's 14 minutes, so like all it takes is like momentum to switch a couple times, and the game is over. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 15. This was a great episode for us to just, review and just recap our month of January. It was a fun start to this year, a very eventful start to this year. We had something going on every week, I honestly. So this was great. So then, come back for episode 16. So like she said, she's going to be going to Vancouver soon. And February is going to be another eventful month. So
make sure y'all comment. Make sure you comment. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your thoughts on our videos. We want more engagement from our audience. We are going to be doing a giveaway probably next week, so stay tuned on our Instagrams. And like I said, make sure you guys comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Bye.